The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Welcome to the program for this 23rd day of March 2023, 2323. Your brackets are busted anyway. Does it really matter what happens tonight in the regionals? Unless your team is still in it, of course. Then it matters a great deal. We are doing something we've never done before on this channel. We have a regular season interleague game because it's 2001. We've reached the early part of June, and for the next 10 days on the baseball calendar, they go interleague, which is not something I'm a huge fan of, but I can't make the schedule. I don't make the schedule. I just play what they tell me to play, and if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. And when you have a rematch of the 1999 World Series and a potential 2001 World Series matchup, you got to show it. And so it is the Atlanta Braves coming to New York on a beautiful, and I mean a gorgeous night in the Bronx. 79 degrees, clear skies, calm winds, packed house for the Braves and the Yankees. Tommy Glavine on the hill for Atlanta, Andy Pettitte on the mound for New York. That's a pretty good pitching matchup. This is game 59 for the Braves and 59 for the Yankees. The Yankees are 39-19. The Braves are 31-27. And this will be, this is why they came up with interleague baseball, to get these matchups where people could see them in the regular season. This should be a good game. If it's 18-13, I'll eat my hat. But it should be a good game. As Retro Sports Network presents Action 2001, an Action PC Season Odyssey. Tonight, from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, it will be the New York Yankees and the Atlanta Braves. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Yeah, 18-13 was the final of that, Tribe fan. It was 18-5 in the sixth. It's a box of Dutch Masters for everybody. Andy Pettitte, speaking of Special K's vitamin B12 cluster cereal. Easy, squeezy, lemon peasy. Andy making his 13th start of the year on a 4-game winning streak. 5-2 his record with a 3.16 ERA. Yep, it's Borg and McEnroe. 18-13 in the fourth set. Anyway, Andy is 29 years old, fastball at 90 and a ground ball plus pitcher. He is 42nd in wins, 21st in strikeouts, and 22nd in ERA with a 3.16. Somehow I want to say that's for all of Major League Baseball. He last pitched 5 days ago against the Indians. A no decision, 6 innings. The Yankees won that game 8-7. 119 pitches, 12 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned. Only his second home run allowed all year. A walk and 2 strikeouts. So 77 innings for Pettitte, 87 hits, 30 runs, 27 earned. The 2 dingers, he's walked 11. While striking out 65. And if you want to know his high, it was surprisingly against the Mariners. He whiffed 9 and 8 1/3 on April 25th. Maybe the bigger surprise that it was his first win of the year. Here's a lineup the Braves will send up. QV Vargas leads off at second for Atlanta. Rafael Furcal at short will bat second. Andrew Jones in center will bat third. Chipper is at third, and he'll clean up. He's wondering if there's going to be Larry Chance in New York, in this part of New York. We know there are at Shea. Brian Jordan is in right field. He'll bat fifth. Javi Lopez behind the plate goes sixth. All righty lineup, by the way, to face Pettitte. Bernard Gilkey in left will bat seventh. Helms at first will go eighth. And DeRosa is the DH for Atlanta. Good 41 degrees in Vegas. It's 40 here in Burlington, by the way. DeRosa, the DH for the Braves, first time they've used it all year. He'll bat ninth, and Glavine should throw about 120 pitches. Defensively for the Yankees, Knobloch a 4 and a 5 in left. Bernie Williams a 7 and a 3 in center. Paul O'Neill a 2 and a 5 in right. Scott Brocious a 5 at third. Derek Jeter a 5 at short. Alfonso Soriano a 3 at second. Tino Martinez an 8 at first. Green is a 4 and a 1 behind the plate. That's bad. And Andy Pettitte is an 8 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. The Yankees have two lefties in the lineup to face Glavine. So Veras steps in at 234, 2 homers, and 18 RBI, and I don't think we're going to get 31 runs today. There's a ground ball to Martinez, Tino to the bag, 1 out. Not going to have many games in baseball that are Baskin and Robbins games. 31 flavors. Here's for a call, 263, 4 homers, and 23 RBI. And I could have sworn Houston was going to break 20. Pitch to Furcal. There's a ground ball to Martinez. He'll underhand it to Pettitte for the out, 2 away. So here's Andrew Jones. Andrew at 235, 11 homers and 27 RBI. Andy winds and deals. There's a little looper into left field. Knobloch will pick it up. And Jones has a 2-out single. So that brings up Chipper. And as the Braves are coming up, you can see some of them backing away as Bob Shepard calls their names. Of course, the Braves played the 99 World Series here. It is not their first trip to Yankee Stadium. But still, as Chipper takes a practice swing or two at 316, 12 homers, and 46 RBI, it has to be a thrill to have your name called by the same public address announcer who called Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio, Yogi Berra, and that's just the Yankees. Happy Friday Eve, John. Tribe fans going, Larry, Larry. Pitch to Chipper. There's a long shot to left, and it's gone. So now they start with a Larry chant. It's 2-0 Atlanta on the laser shot down the line and left for Chipper Jones. How you doing, Big Dave? That might have made him mad. You have made me very angry. I now have a RT-357 space modulator, so I can have my unobstructed view of Venus. Well, here's an unobstructed view of that home run. There wasn't anything Knobloch could do. And the Braves jump on Pettitte early for 2. So here's Brian Jordan, 243, 6 homers, and 23 RBI. We all might get replaced by AI voices at some point, but tell me, do you think they can just go off on a random tangent in the middle of a ball game? Pitch to Jordan. Ground ball to Soriano, and Alfonso bobbles it, throws it to first, but they get Jordan anyway. So the bobble does not matter. The Braves get 2 on the homer by Chipper Jones to left. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. Half an inning down, 2-0 Braves. No one is making it AI of IDJ or RJL. That's true, especially IDJ. Tom Glavine making his 13th start of the year, 4-1 on the replay, a 3.87 ERA. It was weird to hear myself call a game I didn't play. Tom is 35 years old. Throws the changeup, fastball at 83, and a ground ball pitcher. 4-1, as I said, with a 3.87 earned run average. The 98 Cy Young Award winner last pitched against the Pirates 5 days ago on the 3rd. This is Friday, June 8th, by the way, 2001. In a 3-2 loss, Glavine, no decision, 6 2/3, 107 pitches, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 3 while striking out 2. Overall, 74 to third innings, 74 hits, 34 runs, 32 earned. He's given up 9 homers, 27 walks, and 38 strikeouts. Is this really me? Yes. Yes, it is. Here's a Yankee lineup. The tester AI should be of Bill Belichick. He kind of sounds like that, doesn't he? Chuck Knobloch leads off in left field. Derek Jeter at short will bat second. I'm waiting for Tribe Fan to privately share he's now watched 4 of my videos in a row. Bernie Williams will be in center field. He'll hit third. Tino Martinez, one of the 2 lefties in the lineup against Glavine, cleans up at first. Jorge Posada is the DH tonight. He'll bat fifth. Paul O'Neill in right will go sixth. Scott Brocious at third will bat seventh. Green, I'm not sure what I think it's Tommy, isn't it? Behind the plate goes eighth, and Soriano at second will bat ninth. Pettit through 17 pitches in his half in the first. I had never seen that before, Tribe Fan, that notification. So, beats me. Defensively for the Braves, Bernard Gilkey a 4-2 in left. Andrew Jones a 10-6 in center. Brian Jordan is a 7-9 in right. Chipper Jones a 3 at third. Rafael Furcal a 5 at short. QV Alvarez a 6 at second. Wes Helms a 5 at first. Javi Lopez a 6-3 behind the plate. Glavine is an 8 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Knobloch 228, 3 homers, and 18 RBI. Glavine starts his night, a short ground ball, too short for call on the grass, and there's no throw. Absolutely the right decision. For call has picked it up, and the Yankees have a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Jeter at 312, 6 homers, and 25 RBI. Knobloch a huge threat to steal, but we'll see what Glavine does here. He'll go to the plate. Jeter swings. Liner in the right center field all the way in the alley. Knobloch's going to round third. They're going to try and score on Jordan's arm. Jeter holds at second. Knobloch is out. They got him. Jordan with a cannon of an arm, and Varys with a beautiful relay home. And he was a dead duck. I don't normally like sending home a run with nobody out, but 77% chance, you got to do it. So that's technically a single for Jeter, and he moves to second on the throw home. And so if you're scoring at home, 9-4-2. So that'll bring up Bernie Williams with 1 out, 313, 11 homers, and 40 RBI. And there's a ground ball right field. Jordan will pick it up. Jeter with a wide turnaround. And even if it was an 81% chance, you're not sending him. So first and third, and Glavine being batted around here. And here is Tino Martinez. So Jeter on third, Williams on first. Martinez at 284. 13 homers and 46 RBI. The one thing, we'll talk about that after this inning. Pitch to Martinez. Tino chops one to first. Helms, they're going to try for 2. Jeter's going to score. Furcal has it for 1. Back over to Helms, and they turn it. And the Yankees get nothing out of it. How about that? A 3-6-3 double play. They leave a runner on, and that's it. So the big play, Jordan's good throw to get the speedy Knobloch at the plate. After 1 inning, 2-0 Atlanta. So Lopez, Gilkey, and Helms to face Pettit. Lopez, 279, 3 homers, and 20 RBI. The one thing that AI voices aren't that great at yet is inflection. They're getting better. You talk to your speaker device, and it sounds like you're talking to a person. Lopez, ground ball to third. Brocious over to Martinez for the out. You notice that most good announcers, Gilkey at 256, no homers, and an RBI, use their voice like they're singing. And I can't sing. But know when to press it, know when to step back, know how to use it to raise excitement or lower excitement. And I'm not sure how you teach an AI to do that. Pitch to Gilkey. Ground ball to Martinez. Over to Pettit for the out. And there's 2 away. That brings up Wes Helms, 213, 4 homers and 16 RBI. Got him. So Pettit has a clean second. A swing and a miss on a fastball to end the inning. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Bottom of the second here in the Bronx, 2-0 Atlanta. So I'll bring up Posada, who's the DH, O'Neill, and Brocious. And you got to wonder if Glavine is now settled in after that rocky first. The Yankees somehow only left 1 runner on. Posada at 281, 7 homers, and 29 RBI. Right back to Glavine, over to Helms for the out. So here's O'Neill, Paul at 253, 11 homers and 34 RBIs. Bernie asked a few minutes ago if it really is me. Lee Rittenauer wrote a song about that. I'd play it, I'd get in trouble. Pop up, right field, right center rather, Jones, 2 out. So here's Brocious, 275, 4 homers and 17 RBI. Glavine kicks and fires, ground ball to third. Jones, chipper, a long throw to Helms. And Brocious is retired. So no runs, no hits, and no errors. A quiet second for both teams after 2-0 Atlanta. So Mark DeRosa, didn't we see him a couple nights ago as the manager of Team USA? He's 0 for 5 on the replay. 287, 3 homers, and 20 RBI. I got a good story if it is. That is correct. Okay, so I'll tell the story. He had never managed in his life until he got the job for Team USA. And so during the World Series, he managed in his head both teams, both the Astros and the Phillies, and wanted to see how his style, how they combined. And he really realized that his style was closer to Dusty Baker with Houston's than Rob Thompson's with the Phillies. But that was one of the things that gave him the confidence, was that when he made the decision in his head to do A, B, or C, usually the real manager followed it up the right way. Pitch to DeRosa. There's a ground ball right side. That's a base hit. I wonder now, I mean, there's no shame in losing to Japan in any way, shape, or form, if DeRosa will be considered for an MLB managerial position or a high-level minor league managerial position, if he so chooses. Here's Varys. Cuvio is 0 for 1. Pettit, opening 9, 32 pitches, 2 innings, 3 hits, the home run to Chipper, and the strikeout. Struck him out. That's 2 for Andy, and 0-2 fastball looking. So 1 out, 4 for Call. Raphael is 0 for 1. Ground ball to Soriano, a slow hopper. Jeter for 1, and the throw to first is late, and that's a fielder's choice, 4-6. So 2 out for Andrew Jones. Andrew 1 for 1. He has singled and scored on the Chipper homer. Throw to first, and for Call is back. Pitch out. There goes for Call. Green throws down to Soriano, and Raphael has his 20th steal of the year. So a decent throw by Green. And Soriano late with a tag. And a 1-ball count to Andrew Jones. Got him! So Pettit gets out of it. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third here in New York. It's the Braves 2, the Yankees nothing. So Todd Green, 2 for 8 on the replay with a double and 3 RBI. I did not tell you that Commando Solo 193 was our latest follower. That was last week. Where are my manners? Pitch to Green. To short for call across the way. Bang banger throw, and that gets away from Helms. So Green will hold it first. It was a high throw that hit the heel of the glove of Helms and popped out. So E6 for Soriano at 252, 2 homers, and 17 RBI. So the Yankees trying to get something cooking here in the third. Base hit left field. Gilkey will pick it up. Green has no speed. So he is a doorstop at second base. Soriano has speed to burn. He's at first. Opening 9 for Glavine. 37 pitches, 2 innings, 4 hits. Knobloch singled to start the ballgame. This time around might be 2 for call to Varys for 1. The throw to first is in time, and it's a 6-4-3 double play. So that brings up Jeter, who doubled his first time up. Green on third. Full house here at the stadium as the Braves lead it 2-0 in the bottom of the third inning. Jeter into center field. Andrew doesn't have to move very far and will make the catch to retire the side. Yankees get a hit. Braves commit an error. The Yankees leave on a runner. We go to the fourth. In the Bronx, it's the Braves 2, the Yankees nothing. So Chipper digging in to face Pettit. Yapping back and forth with Andy. In a happy way, they're just kind of laughing, and Chipper goes, "Go ahead. Call me Larry. See what happens when you call me Larry." Ground ball to short. Jeter over to first. 1 out. So Chipper homered his first time up. Here's Brian Jordan. He's 0 for 1. Second verse for Jeter is going to be the same as the first, 2 out. So Pettit, one of the interesting things that this game does is that it does a good job simulating pitchers who struggle to start games before they're warm and then settle right in there. And that is the case both today with Pettit and Glavine, although Tommy got the double play to get him out of it in the first. Here's Lopez, Javi, or Knobloch out trying to score. That was it. Javi's 0 for 1. Shall we call him Curly or Mo after this? Yes. Curly Chipper. That's Curly Joe's distant cousin, right? I guess we shouldn't call him late for dinner. I wouldn't call him Shirley either. Pitch to Javi. Struck him out. And that's 4 for Pettit. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the fourth here at the stadium. It's 2-0 Atlanta. So let's see if we got this one right. All right. I forgot to call up the standings, but we can give you a look at this screen for a second. The Braves, the Marlins, and the Mets are all tied up. And the Phillies are 3 back. In the Central, Houston by 4 over St. Louis. 4.5 over Cincy. San Francisco, 6.5 game lead over Colorado. In the East, the Yankees by 5 over the Red Sox. The Central, I really want Chicago and Cleveland to play. And in the West, Seattle leads by 9. And those are your leaders. The Yankees having the best ERA in all of baseball is really good considering that's a DH league. Here's Bernie Williams. He singled his first time up. Glavine walks him to start the fourth. 3 hits for the Braves, 4 for the Yankees. Here's Tino. Martinez grounded into a double play his first time up. Struck him out. The first for Glavine. 2-2 changeup swung on and missed. Glavine, at this point in his career, of course, none of those Braves frontline starters were throwers, per se. They weren't 96 and just, try and make contact. They really were a staff that pitched. I mean, Maddox could thread a needle. And Glavine, in 219 1/3 innings in 01, only struck out 116. He walked 97, but he clearly was pitching to contact. Posada's 0 for 1. Goes to the plate. There's a line drive to left. Gilkey has it for the out, and Bernie retreats. 2 out for O'Neill. Paul is 0 for 1. There's a fly ball, right center field. Jones moving over. Andrew makes a diving stop to rob an extra base hit. He thought he had it pulled down, and it just kind of tailed away on him, and he made a diving, tumbling stop. Before the ball could hit the ground, the Yankees just got to tip their hat. After 4, no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 5th, and it's 2-0 Atlanta. So Andy Pettitte is being outpitched. Pitching well. Just the one bad pitch to Chipper. And that's it. Gilkey's 0 for 1. Slow ground ball over the mound. Jeter behind the bag. 1 out. Brings up Wes Helms, who struck out his first time up. Base hit. Left field. Nobloco picked it up off a hop. And that's only the 4th hit for the Braves. So here's the manager of Team USA, Mark DeRosa. Mark singled his first time up. Pops this one up. Tino. Foul territory, first base side. Makes the catch. 2 out for Veras. Too bad Scotty's not with us today. Scotty stayed at the bitter end of yesterday's stream. Pettitte opening 18, 63 pitches, 4 2/3. 4 hits, the homer to Chipper Jones, and has struck out 4, one of those being Veras, who's 0 for 2. Ground ball to third. Brocious goes to Soriano to end the inning, and we're halfway home on a Thursday. It is a rainy, cloudy day here in Burlington, 41 degrees. That sounds like the weather in Vegas, doesn't it? It's the Braves 2, the Yankees nothing. So if you joined us late, Braves 2-0 over the Yankees in the first weekend of interleague play in 2001. Chipper Jones, a 2-run shot in the first to make it 2-0, and that's been it. The Yankees had 3 hits in the first and couldn't score anybody. Good pitching matchup. Tommy Glavine, a 4-hitter through 4, and Andy Pettitte, a 4-hitter through 5. Brocious is 0 for 1. as we start the bottom of the fifth. Ground ball to Helms. Wes, 1 out. Brings up Todd Green. Todd reached on an error and got as far as third. In the shallow right field, Jordan running in, rides a Schwinn, makes the catch, 2 out. So opening 18 for Glavin. No, I'm sorry. Soriano bats 9th run, not leadoff. Alfonso singled his first time up. 1 for 1. Struck him out. So Glavin is through 5. Soriano just watched that one for strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 6th. 2-0 Atlanta. So for Carl and the Jones boys here in the 6th for Atlanta, Raphael is 0 for 2. In real life, he sold 22 bases. Already has 20 on the replay. Base hit left field. Knobloch will grab it. For Carl, wide turnaround first. And that's the 5th hit for the Braves. Here's Jones, or Andrew Jones. Andrew has singled, scored, and struck out. He's 1 for 2. Got him. That's 5 for Pettit. 1-2 fastball on the inside corner. And there's 1 out for Chipper. It is 13th in the first. Now is driven in 48. So, what is your guys' thoughts, or what are your guys' thoughts on Status Pro Baseball? There's a reason why I asked that, but I want to hear what you guys have to say first. Ball 4. So Chipper draws a full count walk. Pitch was low and inside in the dirt. And that brings up Brian Jordan, who's 0 for 2. First and second for the Braves. 1 out, top the 6th. They lead 2-0. Pettit from the... Well, Green and Pettit are going to have a word. Now Andy works. Little chopper back up the box. Pettit throws to Soriano for 1. Over to Tino for 2. So a 1-4-3 double play is Andy Pettit's best friend. No runs, a hit. They'll leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the 6th here in New York. And it's the Braves 2, the Yankees nothing. So top of the order now for New York. Knobloch has singled and grounded into a double play. Glavin, through 18 batters, 68 pitches, 5 hits. Or 5 innings, rather. See, the AI would know better than that. 4 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Glavin deals. Ground ball to Varys in the hole. Cuvio throws to first, 1 out. Here's Derek Jeter. Derek has a double. And is 1 for 2. I think I have put my audience to sleep. Chopper up the middle. Varys will grab it by the bag over to Helms. 2 out. Brings up Bernie Williams. They've yet to retire Bernie. He has singled and walked. Glavin cruising right along here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Announcers jinx. Ground ball left side. Base hit. So that's the 5th hit for the Yankees. Gilkey picked it up. And now bring up Tino Martinez. Tino has struck out and grounded into a double play. 2 runs, 5 hits, an error for the Braves. They have left on 3. The Yankees, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. And they have left on 3. Glavin deals. Martinez into right field. Back goes Jordan. Bryan in the alley makes the catch to retire the side. Yankees get a hit, and that's it. No runs, no errors. They leave on a batter. That's 4. After 6, it's the Braves 2, the Yankees nothing. It'll be Lopez, Gilkey, and Helms. Javi 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Bernie says, I like Status Pro. It is a fun game. Probably explains why there's a thriving market for their current cards. There's a game that's about to come out that will have 100 seasons worth of cards as part of the base package. Pitch to Lopez. There's a line drive left field. Knobloch will pick it up. So a leadoff single for Atlanta. And that'll bring up Gilkey. Bernard is 0 for 2. Lopez on first. Just a 6 hit for the Braves. I was playing it a little bit last night. We're beta testing something if you can't tell. And I had never played Status Pro before. Demos has shown it off a few times, and of course, David is just great at that sort of thing. Pitch to Gilkey. There's a base hit into right center field. Williams will pick it up. And Lopez stops at second. First and second, nobody out for Wes Helms. Wes 1 for 2. He is singled and struck out. So Pettit in a bit of a jam here in the top of the 7th. Bernie says, just what you need. Another game is just what you need. Who needs to sleep? That's right. All sim, all the time. It's Sim Radio, 880. Pitch to Helms. There's a ground ball to Pettit. Might be two. No, only throw is to first. Martinez on the bag. And in second and third now with one out for DeRosa. And they're going to play with the infield in. You don't want to walk him for the cue. Pettit delivers and plunks DeRosa. Well, okay, so now got him on the ribs. If you remember from yesterday, we had a couple fights after some hit by pitches. For Pettit, that might not be the worst thing in the world because now you get a force at any base. And Varys was not prone to hitting too many double plays, is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Yep, John says still backlogged on your strat projects, but looking forward to the new Digital Diamond, not just for the companion, but Status Pro has always intrigued me. I'm probably going to do a video on it later. I can't show you because I don't have permission. Anything new with the game. Pitch to Varys. Line drive over Soriano. Lopez will score. Gilkey rounds third and will hold, and it's 3-0 now. So Andy still one pitch away from getting out of this, but it's now 3-0 Braves. Here's for call. Raphael 1 for 3. He has singled and stolen a base. It is a bit of work, Bernie, as Bernie's new YouTube channel goes live in about a month. Pitch to Furcall. Struck him out. So an 0-2 fastball. Strike 3. 2 out for Jones. Andrew 1 for 3. A run scored and a struck out twice. I'd do a first impression video of the 23 version of Strat, but it'd be real short because the only change I can see is the win expectancy on the scoreboard. If you know Strat on the PC, it's the same old song with the same meaning now that you're back. Pitch to Jones. Got him, and Andy pitches out of trouble. Stretch time, 3-0 Braves. How you doing, pesky Pole? So after hitting a batter to load the bases and then a run scoring, what a way for Andy Pettit to finish his night. He strikes out for call and then Andrew Jones to end the inning. It's 3-0 Atlanta, but their bullpen is not the Yankees, and the Yankees can kind of pounce back. Let's see if they got some momentum. Posada is 0 for 2 as Glavine starts the bottom of the 7th inning. In the right center field, back goes Andrew Jones. He'll track it down, 1 out. So yes, it is Digital Diamond that's making the rounds, and so I've played a bit of Status Pro. I'm not huge on fast action cards for baseball. We'll just put that one out there right away. O'Neill, by the way, 0 for 2. Although, this is pretty much a fast action card game. Ground ball to third. Jones across the way to Helms. And O'Neill is out on a bang-banger, 2 out. So the momentum started by Pettit isn't getting picked up by his offense. Here's Brocious. He's 0 for 2. But in playing a couple games of Status Pro, by the way, the charts will not come with the game. You're on your own for that. I enjoyed it. Everything kind of had a rhythm to it. You start with whoever has control, and then the number, and then the play result. It all made sense. It all kind of had a beat to it. I thought it flowed really well. Pitch to Brocious. Got him. So Glavine is through 7, and he's throwing a 5-hit shutout. No runs, no hits, no errors. Yankee bullpen coming in, 3-0 Braves. So it'll be switchy righty-righty. Not going to go with, I can't go with Mendoza. Who are we going to go with? We're going to go with Randy Choate. Randy making his 19th appearance. The lefty has no record and an earned run average of 183. He is 25 years old, a fastball pitcher at 95, and a fly ball pitcher. Last pitched against the Red Sox 4 days ago, Monday on the 4th. 2 innings, 36 pitches, a hit, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. So 19 2/3 innings, 12 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 7 walks, and 13 strikeouts. I will say this about Digital Diamond. If you liked how it looked before, you'll love the changes he's made for version 11. Chipper Jones, his 2-run shot in the first has been the offense for Atlanta. He now has 13 on the year and has driven in 48. And Choate starts his night off with a walk. It is still a beautiful night here in New York. It was 78 when the game started. No, it's not out. He's hoping to have it out by the start of the season, so next week. But it's in beta. So it's being tested. Jordan is 0 for 3. He has grounded into a double play. Yeah. Pitch popped up green. All sorts of room back there in this big old ballpark. But the net will catch that one instead, and the count is 0-2. It'll be Green, Soriano, and Knobloch for the Yankees in the 8th. Chipper leads off at first. Jordan strikes out. So an 0-2 fastball, check swing, or curveball, check swing, strike 3, 1 out. For Javi Lopez, 1 for 3. Javi has singled, struck out, and scored. Ground ball to third. Brocious across the way to Tino for the out. 2 away. Chipper moves to second for Gilkey. Bernard 1 for 3 with a single. We'll be, by the way, talking about Hockey Bones Saturday night in a live chat for Digital to Dice. So if you're curious about that hockey game, Dave Arlington, and I believe, well, we'll let Dave Gardner tell you who's coming on for that. But it'll be a live show Saturday night for the 176th episode of digital device. Pitch to Gilkey, and Bernard walks. So first and second for the Braves. 2 out for Helms. Wes is 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. Green goes back to talk to Choate. Randy will hit Helms, and the bases are loaded. Not what the Yankees wanted here at all. Here's DeRosa. Mark is 1 for 2. Yeah, Pesky Fowl says my biggest issue was the game screen. The font colors weren't always easy to see for me. Best with the settings and got better, but still not great. Be curious what you think of what he's changed. Yeah, the Richard Hanna games, they're also clean and crisp. He is such a guru with that. I mean, PC Replay looks fantastic. Even if I am an AI voice for that now. Pitch to DeRosa. Ground ball to Soriano. Alfonso goes to first, and that will retire to side. Braves load the bases and cannot score. No runs, no hits, no errors, but they leave on 3. They've left on 9 in total. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-0 Atlanta. So Green, who has to bat because Posada's in the game as a DH. Soriano and Knobloch. Glavine throwing a 5-hit shutout. Green is 0 for 2. Chopper down to first. Helms, 1 out. Excuse me. So there's Soriano. Alfonso has struck out. He is 1 for 2. Little number down to short for call. Across the way. Over to Helms, 2 out. So Glavine is just cruising right along. 27 batters, 7 2/3, 107 pitches, 5 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Knobloch has singled and grounded into a double play. Chuck E. Cheese ground ball to third, chipper across the way, and Glavine is through 8 with a clean game. We've played 8 here at Yankee Stadium. The Braves 3, New York 0. And so Choate stays in for a moment. He'll face Varys, who's 1 for 4. Single, RBI, and a strikeout. For Call and Andrew Jones due up, and if any of them should reach, chipper. Line drive, foul, third base side. So Choate now will get a base runner on an 0-2 count. Somebody from Bayonne made that catch. Up the middle, a base hit. Jeter should have had it, didn't. And the leadoff man for Atlanta is on in the 9th. That's their 9th hit. So for Call, we'll face Mike Stanton. Stanton, a lefty, 34. Throws the fastball at 92, a ground ball plus pitcher, making his 27th appearance of the replay. 2-1, an earned run average of 307. Last pitched against the Orioles on the 5th. And a 7-3 win, an inning and a third for Mike, 19 pitches and 2 strikeouts. Overall, 29 1/3 innings, 29 hits, 14 runs, 10 earned. A homer, walking 6 and striking out 34. Runner on first is Varys. For Call, 1 for 4. He has singled, stolen a base, and struck out. Chopper foul, third base side. 1-2 the count. Yankees looking for their 40th win of the year in 59 games. Got him! A 1-2 fastball inside, 1 out. For Andrew Jones, who was 1 for 4, he has singled, scored, and struck out 3 times. Make it 4! An 0-2 changeup, and Jones just stood there like a barn on the side of the road. So 2 out for Chipper Jones, whose 2-run homer to left in the first has been most of the offense. He has walked twice and homered. He's 1 for 2. Got him! So Stanton slams the door. And that'll do it for the Braves in the ninth. No runs, a hit. They leave on a total of 10. After 8.5, it's 3-0 Atlanta. So the Yankees need 3 to tie and 4 to win. And the cat gets angry at that. Derek Jeter is 1 for 3 with a double. Glavine starts the ninth. A ground ball, base hit up the middle. So that'll bring up Bernie Williams, and they have yet to retire Bernie today. He has singled twice and walked. So Glavine, towards the end of his night, that was the 6th hit for the Yankees. Struck him out. They got him on an 0-2 change. So that'll bring up Tino Martinez. Tino is 0 for 3. He has grounded into a double play and struck out. Jeter with good speed waits as Lopez and Glavine have a word. Get the signs all straight. Martinez up the middle. Might be 2 for Caldeveras for 1. The Q's throw to first. 2 out. And that's the ball game. So Tom Glavine throws a 6-hit shutout. And the Braves come into Yankee Stadium and beat them 3-0. My pleasure. So Atlanta, 3 runs, 9 hits, an error. They left on 10. The Yankees, no runs, 6 hits, and no errors. And they leave on 4. And so, of course, the Digital Dice MVP is Tommy Glavine. He goes to 5-1, 9 innings of 6-hit ball, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. And he really did have plus stuff. You know, there are Yankee fans who do watch this channel on occasion. But I agree. It's always good to see the Yankees lose. Andy Pettitte falls to 5-3. 7 innings, 8 hits. Not a bad pitch ball game by any stretch. In fact, he had plus stuff. But the 3 runs, the Chipper homer, the death blow of the first, he walked 1 and struck out 7. Stanton, by the way, fanned the side on 11 pitches in the top of the ninth. That's pretty good. Why aren't they banned? Because they draw viewers. People like to watch the Yankees play. They don't complain much when they lose, but they like to watch the Yankees play. So for the moment, the Braves are a half game up on Florida and the Mets, while the Red Sox are 4.5 up on the Yankees. So the rest of this Friday night in baseball starts in Detroit with the Tigers beating the Brewers 4-3. And yes, that is an interleague game. Weaver 4-5, Riggin 4-7, Ty Higginson 2, or Bobby Higginson 2 for 4, 2 RBI, and a double. Tomorrow you'll see the Indians and the Reds. Oh, by the way, from Cleveland, Steve Karsay gets the win in this one as they win 4-3. Danny Graves falls to 1-4. Omar Vizquel 2 for 4 with the triple. Florida shuts out Toronto 4-0. Smith 4-0. Hamilton 1-7. Charlie Johnson now 1 for 4, his 10th of the year, and drives in 3. The Mets beat the Rays 5-4. Steve Trashel goes to 4-2. Wilson gets his first loss of the year. Vaughn 2 for 3, his 8th of the year, drives in 2. Red Sox beat the Phillies 3-2. David Cone goes to 2-2. Randy Wolf falls to 6-3. Jimmy Rollins 3 for 4 with the stolen base. Josh Towers 9 innings, 1 run ball, strikes out 5, walks a man, beats the Expos 6-1. Blank. That's his name, Blank. Goes to 0-3. Jeff Conine for the Orioles, his 7th of the year. He went 2 for 3. In the Battle of Texas, the Rangers beat the Astros 9-6. Pat Mahomes Sr. does something his son has never done. Win a Major League ball game. He's 1-4. Powell falls to 7-6. Craig Biggio 3 for 4 with a double in the loss. Twins beat the Pirates 3-2. Wells 2-1. Sauerbeck 0-2. Doug Minkiewicz 2 for 4, his 9th of the year, driving in 2. Arizona beats Kansas City 3-1. Randy Johnson goes to 8-3. Paul Bird falls to 0-1. Reggie Sanders 3 for 4, his 7th of the year, drives with a double. In the Battle of Chicago, the Cubs beat the White Sox, holy cow, 7-4. Jason Beret 5-2. David Wells falls to 7-5. Ordonez 2 for 4, his 10th of the year, with a double. A good one, by the way, the only National League game on the card. The Cardinals beat the Rockies 9-8. Mike Timlin 2-2. Gabe White 1-3. One of the Walkers 2 for 3, his 11th of the year, and 2 RBI. At Dodger Stadium, the Battle of Los Angeles, the Dodgers beat the Angels 4-3 and 13. Fetters 1-1. Levine 4-4. Garrett Anderson 2 for 4, his 11th of the year. Seattle beat San Diego 3-2. Arthur Rhodes took himself home for his first win of the year. Davey falls to 4-2. Ichiro hits his 6th of the year, 1 for 3 and a stolen base. The A's pound out 5 home runs, including one from Eric Chavez, his 11th, as they beat San Francisco in the Battle of the Bay 9-3. Heredia goes to 4-2. Gardner falls to 5-3. So tomorrow at lunch it'll be the Battle of Ohio. Dave Burba versus Osvaldo Fernandez. Line up for tickets now. Cleveland and Cincinnati in what should be a decent game from Progressive Field. And then next week, the scheduled card is Cincinnati and Chicago. So tell your Reds fans that they're on twice. Next Wednesday at lunch will be Boston in Atlanta, Arrojo and Maddox. And then because everyone loves all New York all the time, next Thursday, the Yankees at Shea against the Mets. So hopefully we have found some decent interleague games to show you over the next couple of weeks, but that's that for that. And for now, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow for the Reds and the Indians. Have yourself a wonderful day, everybody. So long.